Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May the peace, blessings, and mercy of Allah be upon all of you who seek it. Welcome to Ramadan Life with Hasna. When I think of my tagline, I will definitely start to say it, but I've not developed that yet. Meanwhile, I'm so grateful and so thankful for all of you who have taken the time to watch some of my videos, some of my sharings from the heart, and just joining me on this path of self discovery and human connection and divine connection, connecting with Allah. It's truly a blessing. Now, I would like to say that for those who've looked at other videos, that this is the same day. This is the same day. And I just, so that's why I'm wearing the same purple scarf, the same black underpiece, the same sweater that I borrowed from Carolina. But alas, no, it's the same, it's a different day. It's a completely different day. And I don't know why I've been wearing the same scarf for about a week. Even though yes, I have bathed. I have bathed. I've taken baths. Even though it's not baby is cold outside, it's like baby it's cold inside. It's very cold inside. That's part of this off-grid living. Um, so yeah, I just haven't felt the need to wear something different for a different day, for a different video. It's not necessary. And I haven't yet posted up my video about trying to be minimalist as a hijabi who wears tons of layers and lots of fabric. I have not yet delved or not delved. I have not yet taken the time to post that. But talking about off-grid living and living sustainably, I've learned a lot by being at Quinta de Lux with Caroline and Gregory. And while I was living off grid before when I was in Yemen for the time that I was in a village called Damaj, there to study Arabic and Quran and Islamic studies in a traditional environment is the summary. I never thought of it or knew the term off grid. It was simply we're living in a village and there's just like these really little shops for us to purchase items. And I remember there was a time, I mean, yogurt seemed so precious to me when I was there. I love yogurt. And I remember a time when there was no yogurt. And it was like just to have any type of yogurt was amazing. Just plain yogurt. No flavors, no fruits, no sugar added. I would add my own. Not very healthy, I know, very acidic, but that's what I would do. And then I remember when I went to the capital, to Sana'a, if you had seen my face, if you had seen my face when I entered the supermarket, and I remember and I had to catch myself. I said, Hasna, you're not from a you're not a little village girl. You're not a village girl. You're a woman who grew up in Jersey City, 15 minutes from New York, who has seen everything. But just that the almost 2 years of being in a village and not seeing that variety, it struck me and I was in awe and I had to catch myself and say, okay, hold on a second. But anyway, my point is, so the village I was in, there was only very little small shops. You could even weigh things. You could even say I would only want a few of this. So people would buy 2 diapers. They wouldn't buy a whole pack. They said, "Oh, I need 3 diapers." Um, and just other things like that that normally you would never buy except in a pack. I mean, no one smoked cigarettes there. No one at all smoked cigarettes in the village. In the city, however, they did, and you could buy, I guess they call them Lucy's. But also, we didn't use, well, there were a lot of people using solar panels. We used candles. I had a gas lantern, and yeah, I lived without electricity mostly, I would say. Electricity from, what would I say? Electricity from who? From an actual, I don't even know what the word is, provider? But not completely. I mean, there was still electricity, but I think it was from a large generator. So we were self-powered to some level. It wasn't as if we were paying the government or anything like that, from my understanding. But here is completely everything, almost everything is run on solar. So the washing machine, the electricity, the refrigerator, the the hot water heating system, everything is on solar. And while that's not exceptional, I think that also Carolina and just her perspective on the earth and polluting the earth, it changes the way that I might have otherwise done things when I was in Damage. So for example, in Damage, I would use regular soap, regular powdered detergent, and I'd wash my clothes with it. That stuff was so harsh. The way your hands would be after, they would be, your hands would get, would peel. The skin would peel, and if you left your clothes in there too long, it would actually remove some of the dye because it was really strong detergent. But anyway, that's a whole nother story. So I would hand wash at that time. I would hand wash. And there was no consideration of, when we pour this water out, this is polluting the earth. This is going into the soil and it's damaging it. We didn't think about that. But Carolina and Gregory, that they do think about that. So Carolina has these balls that these, I don't know how to explain it. It's like a sphere, it's like a plastic ball that has something inside of it that she says helps clean the clothes. To be honest, I can't imagine that as many washes that have happened that it's still cleaning. But I could be wrong. This is just my impression. I would tell her this too. I don't know. I just don't know. Okay, I'll just leave it at that. But either way, that's what they use. And I went to purchase, because I had brought my own detergent with me, but it wasn't an eco-friendly detergent. So I purchased my own detergent and I've been using that. And I'm going to tell you right now, when you're living off grid and you can't use bleach um, for your whites, whites are not going to stay pristine. Because I have a few tops that if they just had a little bit of bleach added to the water, these, somewhat superficial but noticeable stains would go away. So my whites are not perfectly white. And yeah, it's just there's a lot of differences. They try as much as they can not to drive too many times or more than they have to, or distances too far. So for example, Carolina loves yoga, and we have a wonderful friend of the family, as I mentioned before, and yoga teacher, Fran. And if it weren't for her belief in not polluting the air and all of this, she probably would go to the yoga twice, including, yeah, she would go to yoga twice, but because she said I can't justify it, she only goes once. So it's a higher level of consciousness that even though I want to go there, it's a distance, it's polluting, polluting the environment. So let's keep it down to a minimum, yeah, let's keep it down to a minimum. Uh, what else? What else is there that I've noticed that's different here? Well, it's not so much about living off grid, it's just who I'm with. I remember when I arrived and I noticed that in the bathroom they had these little books like how to be peaceful and how to cultivate um, connection or something, or the little things in life to appreciate. And that says so much to me that even on the toilet, they wanted you to be inspired. They're like, while you're releasing, just go ahead and read something inspiring. Uh, But it's just amazing. It's amazing to see people who love their connection with the earth. And Gregory is the main one that does the planting and the growing and the harvesting, and Carolina's the she does a lot, but she's also the homemaker and cooks amazing, delicious meals. Um, but to be honest, it's so strange. While I enjoy it, while I enjoy many aspects of this life, my vision for the future is not necessarily that I'm doing this myself. Because there's so many people that when I have the means, inshallah, are capable of picking olives or planting seeds or growing things and harvesting them. There are many people that could do that for me and that I could hire to do that for me, especially if I were living in a country besides the States. But there are not as many people that have my exact skill set or skill sets and would do the writing that I'm doing, or would teach groups or hold retreats or have seminars or do one-on-one consultation. Like there's not as many people that are going to do that, or that are going to give massage with ruqya, with the Quranic recitation that is beneficial and healing and relaxing and nourishing to the soul. There's not, I don't know too many people doing that. So I want to spend my time and my efforts in that which I am specifically capable of doing or gifted in, and where my time would be of the most service. So, in an ideal scenario, I see myself having land, having people working the land for me, and being able to eat from that and being able to benefit from that. That's what I would envision. But we'll see. We'll see where this path takes me. Meanwhile, I feel good. Uh, it's day 8 of my water fast, and I was looking at a video of Steve Pavlina, who had done about 40, he'd done 40 days. And I saw some similarities that he cultivated more in maybe the second, third week, or after 3 weeks or so. And one of them was the smells. Ah, the smells. Sometimes when the food is cooking, I just go, ah, it smells so good. I feel as if I'm being fed through the smells and the aroma of the food and the spices and seasonings. And he said that he went through that later on, where it just someone would, and I smiled to myself because yesterday Caroline's son had a bowl of some apple crumble with yogurt on top. And I said, let me see it. I took it and I went, ah. And he said, do you want some? I said, no, no, no. I just wanted to smell it. And Steve said the same thing, that he had done the exact same thing. So I said, okay, I'm not just crazy. Other people are doing this. Other people are inhaling the food, or inhaling the scent, I should say, of the food. And my latest discovery, because even though there's fireplaces and all of that, is I think when you're fasting, fruit fasting, raw food eating, or water fasting, you get a little bit colder because you're not taking in warming substances. And so I was given a hot water bottle, and that hot water bottle is my baby right now. I am loving this hot water bottle. It's it's been my, oh gosh, it's just, I love it. It's so amazing. It warms up the bed, it warms up my whole body, and I feel good with my hot water bottle. I think it's an essential item for anyone who is living without central heating or without electric heaters, and they're not able to rest or sleep right in front of a fireplace. So I think I just covered some topics that are interesting as far as living off grid, as far as a little bit on the water fasting. Um, but I do want to start or continue making videos that are more focused, where I have a general outline because it gives more of a benefit to the listener. And maybe you can tell me if you want to hear more videos that are like this, that's more expressing and freely branching out, or would you like a specific topic to be discussed? So if you have any comments, please share. I thrive off of comments. I thrive off of questions. I thrive off of anything that's going to generate more connection. As much as I like to express myself and talk, I like to listen. I like to hear what you think. I like to know what your thoughts are. If something resonates, I want to know why does it resonate? What aspect of it struck a chord with you? How does it go back to something you love or you're interested in or you don't like or you're passionate or just passionate about? So I think that's it for now. And I wish all of you the best in this life and the next. Peace and blessings and guidance to all. Life is so good. Life is beautiful. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.